You're listening to English Story and Motivational, a space where wisdom meets everyday life. Sometimes life feels like a blur. You wake up, go through the motions, and repeat the same routine day after day. But deep inside, there's a quiet, persistent frustration. You want to move forward, to build something meaningful, but everything feels unclear, foggy, out of reach. You make to-do lists that never get finished. You set goals only to change them next week. You chase motivation in short bursts, but clarity remains a stranger. And slowly, that lack of direction becomes a weight, a heavy, invisible burden you carry into each new day. If you've ever felt lost, scattered, or stuck in a cycle of busy inaction, you're not alone. Even the ancient samurai, warriors of legendary focus and discipline, faced moments of inner chaos. But they knew something most of us forget. The plan wasn't just working harder. It wasn't about doing more. It was about mastering the art of making a real plan, a plan born not from fear or ambition, but from purpose. I know this feeling all too well. There was a time in my life when I jumped from one idea to the next, like stones across a river, never staying, never sinking deep enough to build a foundation. One week I was energized, full of vision. The next, I was confused, directionless. I had dreams, but no structure. I told myself, I'll figure it out as I go. But I never truly sat down to ask, what am I working toward, and why? I was building, but never finishing, moving, but never arriving. Then, one quiet evening, out of sheer frustration, I picked up an old book on samurai strategy. I wasn't expecting answers, just distraction. But in the first few pages, I read a line that brought my world to a full stop. The plan is not for the world, the plan is for your spirit. It felt like a key turning in a lock I didn't know existed. The samurai followed a refined method known as Seikka No, which translates to the way of clear planning. This wasn't about controlling the future or micromanaging outcomes. It was about aligning action with inner values, about creating a map for the soul, not just a checklist for the hands. Before any mission, whether going into battle or mastering a craft, a samurai would move through 3 deliberate stages. First, silence. They would sit in stillness, sometimes for hours, calming the emotions, quieting the mind's noise. In that silence, clarity began to whisper. Second, vision. They would ask, what is the true purpose of this task? Does it honor my role, my code, my life's direction? They sought the why before the how. Third, structure. Only then would they design the plan. Simple, direct, actionable steps. No long lists, no overwhelm, just a clear path forward, rooted in intention. Their power didn't come from having 100 goals. It came from choosing one path and walking it with full presence. In today's world, we often confuse movement with progress. We stay busy, but we don't feel fulfilled. We make plans, but they're filled with pressure, noise, and other people's expectations, not purpose. The samurai remind us, a real plan is not about controlling every detail. It's about choosing what truly matters, setting a direction that resonates with who you are, and walking it with honor, step by mindful step. You don't need 20 goals. You need one path, rooted in your truth, followed with clarity and consistency. That is how inner chaos begins to settle. That is how a blur becomes a journey. Here's how you can bring Seikka No into your own life. Begin with stillness. Each morning or before you plan, sit quietly for 5 minutes. Breathe. Let the mental noise settle. Then ask yourself, what is the one thing I truly want to create or change right now? Listen, not with your mind, but with your spirit. Write a 3-part plan. On a clean page, write my purpose in one sentence,
My first step, the smallest, clearest action I can take today. My anchor, what I will do when distraction or doubt arises. Cut away what doesn't serve you. Look at your commitments, your to-do list, even your digital clutter. Remove one thing that doesn't align with your purpose. Simplicity creates focus. Clutter destroys it. Daily review and recommit. Choose one time each day, morning or evening, to review your plan, even for just 5 minutes. This isn't about checking boxes, it's about reconnecting with your direction. Walk with honor, not perfection. Remember, the goal is not a flawless execution, it is movement in the right direction, taken with integrity and presence. Your plan is not just a tool for action, it is a mirror of your discipline, a reflection of your self-respect. You do not need to have everything figured out, you just need a plan that brings you back to yourself, again and again. The samurai didn't wait for perfect conditions, they created a path, committed to it, and walked it with presence, even when the world around them changed. They stayed rooted not in outcomes, but in direction. That is the true art of planning, not chasing more, but choosing wisely, not running faster, but moving with calm, unwavering strength. If your life feels scattered, return to your center. Sit in the silence, ask the real question, and write the plan that your spirit, not your fear, can follow. If you're ready to build a life of direction, not distraction, say to yourself right now, I will walk my path with clarity. And remember, every journey, no matter how long, begins with one clear, intentional step. Thank you for listening. If this resonated with you, share it with someone who needs direction today. This is English Story and Motivational, signing off with a reminder, your story matters, your growth matters. Keep walking your path. Until next time.